What's happening, everybody? This is B with the B and T Sports Talk Show here, and we are introducing a new segment for all of my Giants followers here. As you know, I am from the Bay Area, so we are going to be covering the Giants on a nightly basis after a game has concluded here. So why not start tonight here? The Giants were in action against the Seattle Mariners, second game of a three-game series here, and the Giants come out with another win. Final score today 4-1. Robbie Ray with the win, going 2-0 with a 3.18 ERA. So let's talk about Robbie Ray's performance for a little bit. As everyone knows, he has a brand new pitch. He developed a changeup here to kind of go with that slider and fastball that he has, and it's starting to work and it's starting to pay dividends, incorporating a third pitch in here. Hitters are kind of reluctant on trying to figure it out. It always complements a fastball with a good changeup here. But kind of the knock for Robbie Ray right now is when he walks people, it's bad. Five base on balls today. Got a little wild in the strike zone here, but pulled it together. He gave up the home run today, and I believe that was to Moore here, who absolutely hit an absolute nuke to center field, dead center field to be exact, 391 at Oracle Park here. So that was well earned by him. But other than that, really solid performance from Robbie Ray. We do kind of want to see the walks start to come down a little bit here. There were a couple of times where he was squeezed behind the plate here, but look, it's not a perfect game. Umpires have a hard job to say the least here. So, but he recovered from that well here. Ryan Walker, third save of the season, carrying a 1.80 ERA, and we kind of saw that this was going to start being the trend with Camilo Duvall really being inconsistent. Now, reports out of spring training is that Duvall really got himself kind of back on the saddle here. Do we see a change in the closer role? I really don't think that's going to happen, just because Ryan Walker is he's closing the door, so you really don't want to mess with that there. And in between those two, Birdsong, last year was a starter. This year he's going to be a key bullpen guy, and this was well needed because yesterday the Giants played an 11 inning game, damn near threw the entire bullpen out there. So they really needed Robbie Ray to get out there, give him some quality innings, and he did. Birdsong kind of was able to balance that with Ryan Walker shutting the door here. So all in all, great pitching performance here. Offensively here, you got to give it up to Bryce Miller from the Mariners. He had an absolute mean curveball diving down into there. Got a lot of guys to roll over. Even he threw out the knuckle curve, which was also giving the Giants hitters a lot of fits here. Our boy Lamont Wade Jr., man, bless his soul. He's hitting the ball hard. It's just not finding a hole right now, and sooner or later these hits will start to drop here. But let's talk about the 1-2 punch that we had today, and that was Jung Hoo Lee and Matt Chapman here. And it was Matt Chapman bobblehead day, so he had to show out when that bobblehead was his here. Both of them combined for the runs here for the Giants here. Back to it started in the fourth inning here. Jung Hoo Lee leads off that inning with the double, steals a base. Who would have thought the Giants be stealing bases here? But it's working here. And then Matt Chapman hit an absolute missile down to the third baseman, went right through his legs here, turned into a double, and it led to the Giants' run. Then fast forward here, Jung Hoo Lee hits another double, a ground rule double into the gap. Matt Chapman then replaces him at second as well with a double of his own down the right field line, and that was the final set of runs here for the Giants here. So, all in all, great start to the season so far, 7-1. They are trailing the Dodgers technically by a game right now, and it's early. Baseball's a very long season, 162 games. You go from March to September, and then all of October. So it's a nice start. I'm excited for this, but when you're looking at what the Dodgers are doing here, this is kind of how you're gonna have to play baseball all year to maintain to stay ahead or even with the Dodgers here. And don't forget, you got the Padres sitting at 7-2, great team down there as well. So the NL West could turn into one of the MLB's best divisions, and it's all going to matter on the Giants to see if they stay right in this race here. And you can see it early with Buster Posey here on what he wanted to establish for this team. and it kind of builds reminiscence of the World Series team. Great pitching, timely hitting, moving the runners over, using the right side of the field with a runner on first and even on second. Elio Ramos is just peppering the right side. And that's situational hitting here, and that's what you want there. We all want someone who can absolutely hit a bomb, 35 home run guy, but you got to remember, Oracle Park is not made for home run hitters. It is a pitcher's heavy ballpark. So when you could get guys who could take you into the innings here, have a dominant middle relief inning guy, and then only need 3 runs to win a game, this will be a recipe for more wins here. Tomorrow, it is a 105 start here. You do have Hicks on the mound for the Giants here, looking to sweep the Seattle Mariners. And Hicks had an absolute dominant game back in Houston in front of his hometown crowd here. So he had to show out during that time. First game pitching for Hicks in Oracle Park. I expect the Giants to really come out and get this win here. They've already won the series, so you might as well get greedy and go for that sweep here. So we'll break it all down tomorrow here. And then we also have the live show to get caught up on the NBA because the Warriors will be playing right down the road here. So we'll get everybody caught up with that action there. As the Warriors could find themselves in the 3rd seed when this is all said and done. But if you like what you're watching here and you enjoy this content here, leave a comment. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Hit that bell for notifications. Tune into these videos every night after a Giants win or loss here. Hopefully we'll be talking about more wins. And then every Sunday night at 6:30 Pacific Standard Time as we cover the rest of the sports world. You guys have a wonderful evening. We will talk tomorrow. And like always, beat LA.